and saying you always give me happiness, saying you always give me purpose of why we are doing these things and how we are moving it. Today question answers are one of the longest question answers that you will see in the exam. The length of the question answers is longer and it is in a different context, right? uh, they are not difficult question answers, but they are made so that if you get long questions in the exam, you are able to handle them. Okay, you are able to handle them, you are able to work with them. So we will start that in 1 to 2 minutes. Hasnan message in mastermind aspirant batch 2 batch 1 that the class has started. Arun, do it in your batch. Brakat, Kishore, do it in your batch. Okay, guys. So we will be solving 10 questions today and working to make sure those questions understand the nonsense of them, right? So let's get this thing done. Do message in the groups that you have and let's go for that questions. Okay, which of the following action would be most effective in addressing these multi-phase challenges? So when we look at the questions and when we see these multi-phase, please like and share the live session. Okay. So what's your answer for this question is? Everyone, I want you to take proper time, try to solve this question. I'm gonna give you more time. Since it's a long question, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Try to do it. Okay. But answer your justification. A, A. I see two A answers. What about other? Which of the following action would be most effective in addressing these challenges? You are the project manager from various culture background and recently during the execution phase, you have observed decline in team performance and increase in misunderstanding. These issues have been attributed given different terminologies and Given this circumstance, you need to devise a strategy to realign, enhance collaboration, and ensure objectives are met. Which of the following actions would be most effective? That facilitate includes feature of culture sensitivity. Good. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. A is not a bad answer. Arrange for a mandatory conflict resolution workshop, followed by redefining roles and responsibilities. Culture practices. B, not a bad answer. Initiate a restructure. No. A is the best answer here so far. Next questions will be directly from the exam content outline. Okay, so we have C, C, B, C, B. Different answers are there for different people. So when we talk about managing conflict, right, we need to understand the context of the conflict. We need to see how to manage the conflict in the most effective way. This is paramount for any kind of conflict when we are handling. Okay, and that is what is needed here. So the question is saying what is the most effective approach to manage the conflict by ensuring the project objectives are not compromised. During a critical phase of your project, two members are in disagreement over the approach to a project deliverable. They are not they are not having a disagreement about the deliverables. They have a disagreement about the approach to a project deliverable. The conflict escalates, affecting the morale of the entire team and threatening the project timeline. Okay. You have decided to intervene directly to facilitate a resolution. What is the most effective approach to manage this conflict while ensuring the success of the project objectives are not compromised? Okay. Schedule a formal session between two parties. Mediation, you are going for that. It's not a bad option at all. So I will hold this option for now. Implement a decision making process that involves the entire team, leveraging the collective wisdom. Not a bad option. I can look into that. Between A and B, I would even go for a B option. Privately meet with each individual to understand their perspective and propose a solution that aligns with the project goal. Okay, so here, if we look into that A, B, and C, okay, all three are good options. None of them is a bad option. Escalate the issue, no. So this is escalation. I'm not gonna do this. Is also kind of escalation. Looking between B and C, if we look into that, we're talking about project objective. Only C option gives you the project objective, plus only C option actually helps you to understand the context of the conflict. I'm gonna go with C option. Okay, so next question is more towards the next domain, that is lead a team. So if you guys know from where am basically putting the questions, PMP ECO 2024. This is the only document from which the exam actually comes, right? Exam does not come from any other thing. Exam only comes from exam content outline. And the questions, this is, you can see 42% of the exam is people, 50% is uh, and 8%. So different percent of the stage of the exam. So right now, the first question you solved is from this: manage the conflict, interpret the source and the stage of the conflict, analyze the context, evaluate. Next is lead the team. So I'm actually preparing you for 42% of the exam. Okay. So C D. Okay. As the project manager, how would you most effectively lead your team to re-navigate their motivation and commitment to the success? So what we are looking here is actually how we can improve the commitment from the project, how we can improve the project success in that part and context. That's the goal here. You are leading a team through a innovative and a complex project. Halfway you notice a drop in the team motivation. Okay, the team motivation has dropped due to technical challenging faced and the nature which has led to the changes. As the project manager, how would you lead your team to reintegrate? Okay, reassign to the tasks that are better aligned interest and increase engagement. Not a bad option. Okay, not a bad option, but I need to consider the option. Organize a workshop, agile methodology around the project vision, teamwork, reinforce our contribution, see the recognition recognition and reward system designed to innovate by fostering a culture of creativity and recognition. So, Hasnain, you answered option D. Manila, Arzu, you answered option D. How would you effectively lead your team and commitment to the project success? We are looking for two things. Okay, let's remove. Introduce a recognition and reward system designed to highlight innovative solution and contribution. This gives the culture of this how they are committed to the project success. This is not how they are committed to the project success. If you read the option C, here we are working with the individual team member performance. Here we are looking with how the team members are important. When you give importance to the team member, they are more likely to work into that. So C is the right answer. C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D. Whenever you are solving any question, we need to identify what the real problem in that question is. Then and only then we can answer. Your project team is working under a tight deadline and you have observed signs of stress and fatigue among team members, potentially jeopardizing the project quality. What strategy would you implement to ensure high performance? We are looking while also supporting the well-being and work-life balance. Okay, negotiate for additional resources. Okay, implement mandatory overtime, that is opposite, flexible working or remote. Okay, organized team building between. Also, how you are going with the D option, sister? We are looking for a work-life balance, right? Like why you would go for D option, Arzu? We need to check your understanding, sister. C is the right answer, an easy one. C, 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 B, C, B. You are assembling a project team. The project requires innovative solution and collaborative. Considering the need for creativity, one, collaboration, two, blend of skills. Three things. Which is the most important thing? So when we talk about the exam content outline, this goes with support teamwork performance member and empower the stakeholders, right? So select team members solely on their technical speed, enhance skills, not a bad options. Design a team that emphasize diversity in skills, professional and personality type, creative problem solving and innovative. Okay. B B basically solve that problem. Okay. Sashi, when you are putting C option, okay, many people have put C as an option. Prioritize the selection who have previously worked together. Yeah, what are you doing, guys? How you are choosing C option? Kishore, Gentle Giant, Anata, Bilal, Asan, Asnan. The question is saying we need for creativity. That is number one. Collaboration. That is number two. Blend of skills. Prioritize the which they have. There's a conflict is not there, but creativity is not mentioned there at all. Yeah. This also says no. Only here we are talking about creative problem solving, like personality type to build a team. That's why we need a team of a T-type leader where skills can be there. They can cross-functional team members can work together and understand the requirement. Please take each question as individual. You have identified a gap in your project team competences. How would you ensure that your team members and stakeholders are trained in this technology, considering the limited time and budget? Now, this question is interesting in a way. We need to train our team members, we need to train our stakeholders. But the problem is that the time is a problem and budget is a problem. So we need to look into that, develop a in-house led by a team member, okay, customized led by a team member, okay. He he is a good option, but let's go with that. Arrange for external vendor. This will cost money. We don't have for that. I'm gonna eliminate B. Recommend self-study through online course offering incentive. This will be time consuming. Delegate the responsibility for to a few members who will train the rest of the team. No, that will not happen. A would be the best case scenario in this course. A would be the best case. Let me get my tea. A. Only three people have answered the question. What about other people? B, B. So we are between A and B as an answer. How would you navigate this situation in to retain the team members and ensure continued success without compromising legal and culture standard? Okay. In a multinational project, you face significant challenges due to labor culture differences. Mid project, a team member from a region with labor laws threatened to leave the project to perceived work life balance, which could derail the project. Okay, how would you navigate? Only one team member have this thing. Renegotiate the deadlines with the stakeholder. Okay, implement a tailored for team member involving. It can be C. Conduct a culture and legal compliance workshop. Why? No, B would be the best option. B for beta. Hmm. Which approach would be most effective in navigating organizational barriers and enhancing team autonomy? You are managing a project with significant innovation potential. However, the team's innovation efforts are hindered by organizational cultures and decision-making process. To empower your team and encourage innovation, which approach would be more effective? That operate outside the okay. So, what is sandbox? Guys, put in the chat sandbox. What is that? Negotiate with the senior management for a sandbox environment. Team can experiment, facilitate a series of innovation tasks, implement a decentralized structure. So, what would be your answer here? What is sandbox on? So, sandboxing, especially in the software, is an environment where you can make mistakes and it will not affect the other things. You can say that when we are working on a minimum viable product or we are working on some kind of improvement, we want to make sure that system does not impact the other system. You have seen in movies where they are working in a controlled lab, right? So that is kind of a sandboxing. We work into that patterned environment so that will not impact the other part of the project. So whenever we are testing new things, innovation, doing that sandboxing will help us. So that is basically sandboxing. So with that context, now answer the question. So I see some of the people answering for this. G, what does he says? Sandboxing is an environment. Okay. Testing environment. It's a trial account. Good way to put into that. Trial account. Yeah. Good way to put it. I like your wording. So B would be the right answer here. Sandbox. G. Your project requires the adoption of new technology. Given the steep learning curve means it's difficult to learn. Which strategy would be best ensure that all parties are proficient without significant delaying the project? Okay. Organize an accelerated intensive program delivered by external expert. Okay. A, B. B is a very good option. Implement a blended learning self with practical modules. Okay. Secure a temporary team. D and C eliminated between A and B. Okay. I would go for B option. B is a better option than A and B. Okay. Question number 180. जी. So what do we have here? B. When your project team distributed across several time zone engagement, what innovative strategy would you employ to maximize the engagement and productivity among virtual team, considering the complexities? Implement a 24-hour follow the sun model where, okay, okay, establish a digital co-working step using virtual to enhance the team interaction. B is also a good option, but I'm gonna go with A option. Follow the sun model is something that we do like in customer support where like in our programs, right? In our programs 24/7 my facilitators are available when I'm sleeping, they are available when I'm not sleeping and I'm up, right? So this 24/7 they are available and that works into them. Okay guys, every single day I put some questions on LinkedIn. Every single day I put one question on LinkedIn to be precise. And in addition to that, I put also other content there, right? So let's solve some questions with the LinkedIn. And by the way, if you still haven't joined our program, why not? You see, these are one of the question answer session. We do 3 to 4 question answers with over this, and then we share also these things. Stand up meetings using Godfather. One of my students shared it. I used it. Maheen cleared PMP from Canada. Her success journey. Beautiful success journey. Okay, I'll answer this question. I want to show you something, guys. While we are talking, another student of batch 1 just cleared. Aisha Musarrat just cleared PMP. Alhamdulillah. So she just cleared PMP. A nice picture. When she joined the program, she wanted to do PMP before Ramadan, and I'm glad that we are able to get this thing. Okay, so yeah, I asked her to join if she can. Aisha, if she's that I am answering the question answer, Aisha, just come to the session, the link I shared you. Click on the link and join us so we can have your journey there. Okay. While reviewing the log, notice that the sign are quite behind schedule. What would Aisha click on the link? Link पे join करके आए. अपना नाम enter करें. I'll allow you. Work with a team member. A good answer. Document no A is the right answer. So yesterday I put a very important video, 5 process groups. To watch that video. One is greater than zero. Keep moving. Mine exam. Abhishek cleared from India. Daily 2 3 students are clearing, guys. Okay. So Aisha Musarat is here with us. Congratulations, Aisha. Oh wow, what a setting do you have? I loved your setting. Guys, you can see behind her. That's why you are not replying me and Trimzi. I was asking Trimzi, hey, the Aisha exam should have been cleared. This is Aisha, do share later on picture of it. This is one of the most beautiful background I have seen. So I'm proud of you, Aisha. First of all, Aisha, congratulations. Guys, ask her as many questions. She used to ask everybody a lot of questions. So now it's your time to ask as many questions as to her. Aisha, congratulations on the clearing the exam. Walk me through the process. You cleared PMP. The batch ended on 28, 29, so almost in 2 to 3 weeks. Walk me through the process. How was the exam today? First, let's go through that. How was the exam? What process you followed through that?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. First of all, thank you so much, Amer bhai. Thank you so much. I can only keep praying for you, Trimzi, and my coaching mates in our group, Saeed, Asad, Rajesh, and all. Thank you so much. It was an amazing journey. I thought I wanted to give up at one moment, but your encouragement was awesome, awesome. I have no words. I have no words. I followed exactly your rule. I was on 80th minute and I had five questions left out in the first session. First session was okay, so I was little afraid that maybe things will be bad in the second and third session. But yet, I because you said follow 7 step rule, so I was completely following your rule. I was very slow, doing the way you asked us to do. And at 80th minute, like when I was at 150, I had 2 3 questions left. So I read the last line, read the options, selected, moved on. So exactly 149, I stopped. I did not go to do any review.
Hmm.
I had in first section I had two drag and drop. I had written it down. So in that one last minute, I went back to those when it says review. I went back to those questions and I answered them. Then I took a break. As you said, walk, take deep breath exercise. I walked and I had the future of the museum right in front of me. So whenever I saw your one of your ads yesterday night, and I was like quite amazed. I thought I was sitting in the metro and I was seeing it. So for a minute I couldn't understand. So when I kept seeing the future museum, I was remembering your ad there. I was like, I'm not sure what's going to happen in couple of hours. So Alhamdulillah. Then the second sessions began. I had a chocolate bite. I had a little bit of food, water, breathing, and I was Alhamdulillah. Those people were very good. They offered me a coffee also, so it helped
Oh, you
me.
have coffee also.
Yes.
Oh, that's a new. I never heard about tea. Okay, in Pakistan or India, but in UAE they also started offering coffee. So maybe that's what some people need to look in the center. Okay, so time and let's move further. So how was the further the last section?
Second session was also okay. I managed exactly around instead of 75, it went around 78 minutes.
Hmm.
As you said, don't panic. Just as your last video was like when you are in the last questions, go read the last line, select the options. I did the same. So I wanted to save the 60 minutes for the good amount of time. So in 2 minutes, I finished answering the last four questions. The last session was like that Muhammad Ali's punch. I was waiting like when is that going to come, and it came. And in
You
every section, I had two drag and drops.
okay?
So the last session was like crazy. I couldn't understand, as you exactly said yesterday in your call. Like when you spoke to me, you said there could be some questions that you will not understand, but it's okay. Do the elimination. Elimination helped me because I had a hangover. I couldn't. I thought I will sleep off. I was very tired. So elimination thoroughly helped me thoroughly, and there were a lot of good questions that I had seen it
Hmm.
repeating. So, and there were a couple of questions from your marathon which came there.
Hmm.
So it was like I didn't even go to calculate. I was like, I know this. Just move on.
Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, before I move forward, this means marathon questions are that important. So today, or maximum by tomorrow, make 10 to 15 questions so that we can use for next PMP marathon. Okay.
Inshallah, for
And-
sure.
Okay. So Arundeep is saying congratulations. Nata Ranjan is saying congratulations. He will also give exam in Dubai. Aisha, congratulations. Kishore is saying, okay. So what Danish is asking, what was the length of the question answers? Short. This was a discussion that we were having yesterday. Even after the call, you sent me the message. So how the questions would be? I have a 24-inch screen. So what was the length of the screen? Same as you had, or how was the questions?
The length of the questions, somewhere like the screen was big, so it was like two lines and sometimes three lines in that big screen. And I used the highlighter, like the way I used to do it in while I used to do the RCA. I used to open my PDF, write keep my Excel sheet. But when I used to answer those questions, I used to mark them, the keywords. I followed the same process today in the exam. I was not sure I had to clean up or not, but no, I didn't have to clean up. I just kept marking them and kept moving to the next. So that helped me. I didn't have to repeat the question because I had highlighted it. So I knew what's the keyword, what is the question, is it the first, next, or resolving or avoiding. So I knew that, and then I knew what was the issue and what was the root cause from the question because of my highlights. So the highlights helped me a lot. And I read once, the questions were, yes, lengthy. To answer that question of Kishore, questions were lengthy enough. Some were small, few, as you say, it's a combination of all.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So combination of all, easy question, long question. Okay, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations from Arzu, Barkaat, Bilal. Congratulations, mashallah, congratulations. How many drag and drop questions were there?
Total there were five.
Five drag and drop questions. And were they easy?
uh, I felt they were easy, but then as I have been hearing in the coaching call that don't fall to the trap. So I was like, whatever happens, it looked easy. The left side looked easy, but the right side was the language was different. So I was like, for a minute, I was slipping. I said, let me give 1 minute. Then I thought, no. As you were saying on the notepad, I wrote it down. This is the question. I flagged it, but then I wrote it down, and I just moved on. And I attempted those drag and drop in every section in the last 1 minute, 2 minutes, I answered them.
Hmm.
They were okay. They were okay. Two, three, I could get it. One, I couldn't get it. So I was like, as you say, even you don't completely get zero. So with that concept, I just moved on, hoping that I have still bunch of other questions left and I can grab my opportunity there.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Any formula question apart from that question you mentioned? Any other formula
No,
question in the exam?
no.
Okay, let's go through back from day one. You have been following me for more than 1.5 years or 2 years, and last month, December, you decided, okay, you will join, and then in January you paid for the program, and you started working into it. Walk me through your journey now.
Okay, I have been following you from March 2024. I guess I have been attending your marathons. I've been attending your Thursday coaching calls, which are on YouTube. And I knew if I had to get someone, because with my schedule, with my house course and my work, everything, I knew I wanted someone who could do that follow up with me, who could be that theory X kind of leader. And I knew it was you, but only thing I couldn't tag it. So finally, in January, when I saw one of your coaching calls where success stories of there were two candidates in your success stories, which happened back to back. I think it was January 2nd or something, Kirti and Sarfraz. So that was the moment. After that coaching call, I thought, Khalas, now I need to, I have to get this done.
I have to get this done. So you took almost 1 year to join, okay, and 3 weeks to clear, right? If I say this, one, like 1 year to join and 3 months, this is the story of many of my students. They take time. Your program is expensive, they keep saying that your program is expensive. Somehow when they manage it, and that's it, boom, then they realize, now I'm going to ask you, Aisha, is it expensive?
No, no, expense was not the thing. I had couple of commitments with me, Amir bhai, because every time I had this Arab Health, I had trade shows, I had a lot of things that I was traveling in and out. So I knew if I settle down, I will not be able to do it. And then I had something else also, which I will be revealing in a minute or two, because of which I wasn't doing it.
Hmm. Okay. So when we discussed first time, the initial goal was she wanted to clear by 8th or 10th February. Then she got sick. Like she would have been clear in PMP by 8th of February, but she got sick for like 4 or 5 days on the second week of the class. I remember, Aisha. She got dragged, but she came back. She came back stronger. She worked hard, and we were ready for that. Now, your strategy is one of the strategy that we customize the plan. We gave you in the last days, out of 6 final mocks, we only did 2 to 3. How many you did? Two?
Overall,
Yes, the final mocks, the last 6 mocks.
I did two.
You did too. You are among, in last 100 certified PMP, you are among only 2 or 3 people who only did two. Because we, like, when you, Kimji asked you to book exam on 22 or 23, you booked on 20. Then he pinged me, he said, she has booked exam on this, but I'm sure she can still clear. So then we discussed the plan. I said, no, let her make the randoms. Let her make her do random mocks, because in case if the exam become very challenging, she will be able to clear that. So yeah, so we are extremely happy with you. Okay, Barkat is asking, what were your scores? Barkat, scores are always somebody's high, low. Let's not go to that area. But the most important thing is that she did RC of every single thing. She did RC of every single thing, and that was something that is critical. That is important thing into that patent area. Okay.
And Amir bhai, I would like to add, I was the one who hated the most RCA, and I kept telling Trimsy I can't do this. I don't know how to do it, and he gave me a couple of videos. He showed me samples, and he said do it this way or do it that way. Then I heard Sudha telling do it on. I had asked her also, and she said. She used to do it sometimes on PDF. So I said, I will do this. But then I heard you telling that the more you add good, the more it becomes sweet. So I said, okay, this line touched me a lot, and I said, no, I need that sweetness in the end. So even if it was hard, I took that RCA strongly on myself.
Hmm. Okay. What would you recommend? You see, batch two, tomorrow is day four, right? Batch two. So they are just starting it and they are here, some of them. So, what would you recommend them? What would you coach them? What would you say to them? And then your batchmate, there are like 50 plus people in your batch still left. So, what would you recommend to them?
Follow the follow the path that Amir Bhai gives truly loyally. It is difficult, it's not easy, as he says, but it is worth it. And RCA 100% give all your effort, and PMP booklet, it's an awesome. His mind maps that he asks us to do, I knew nothing about mind maps. I used to always ask Amir Bhai how to do it. It's so difficult, but then that was my before every mock I used to go through my mind maps. I used to go through the PMP booklet, and then I used to attempt. So this is very important. RCA is very important. Mind maps are very important. It becomes your dictionary
Hmm.
just before the exam. Yes, Trimzi and Amir Bhai told me not to study much, but then I couldn't. I was like, how will I go without studying? So I went through in the morning the mind maps. I went through the PMP booklet. Then when I went there, I went through the other last documents that you had given, and then 15 minutes I was like, okay, I'm not going to do. And Saeed kept pinging me, and I have awesome team members in our batch who are so supportive, and he kept saying, "Just believe in yourself. You are good. You can do it. Don't study anything. Just sit quietly." So,
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
yeah, I am extremely happy for those things also. How we can look into that, how students, all the students are guiding us, coaching us, and working into that way. So that is the next thing that I'm gonna say to you. What Said is doing for you, what Sudha is doing for you, what all the people are doing for you. That is the my biggest takeaway here. Each one teach one is the mantra of the game. Every single student help other students. That, you see, mind maps are there, follow-ups are there, root cause analysis is there, PMI official training is there, my continuous yelling there. But the most important part of my program is my PMP community. Said, Hassan Trimji, Sudha, Laiba, Avaz, Anushpa, Venkat, and every single person who works with them. Welcome to, first of all, to that community. Now you are certified PMPs. I want you, because now it's your job, Aisha, being a certified PMP, to guide those certified PMPs who need your support, who will be in the same way. No matter how much I say that don't study. Like we had a discussion about this. So Trimji messaged me yesterday, sir, Aisha has an exam. I said, at what time our exam is? He told me like after 11, 12. So she will sleep early. I told her, nah, she's not gonna sleep. I know her. She is not gonna sleep at all. She is, she will get panic. She will have those panic attacks, and said she is not gonna sleep. And was I right or not?
100%. I did not sleep.
Yeah, I knew that.
I couldn't sleep.
She is not gonna sleep. Uh, why? How I know that I never slept when I had a PMP exam after such hard work, after such working hard. I was not able to sleep, so I knew that. So each one teach one is the most important thing, because customized roadmap is important. You got it right? Follow up is important. Coaching call is important, right? Oh, by the way, did you read any book when you joined my program? Yeah, Pathway to PMP, the only path towards your PMP. You read it complete or no?
I read half some chapters of it. Amir bhai, I want to give you another surprise.
Tell me.
Yes. I will not tell, I will show you.
Okay. Oh, you are his wife. I never knew that. I even asked.
This was a surprise for you.
I said that. I even asked him few days back, right? I said he told me that my wife is preparing and things of those nature. I asked her, why don't you or wife join the program and get that thing done? Just to put the context, guys, he is my student of PMP. He cleared PMP, and he was the only one I met in Dubai. Because I was in a very short trip when came to Dubai, and good to see both of you as certified PMP, certified PMP family. So you must feeling proud, my friend. Oh no,
Yes, sir. We are very happy for your support and for your guidance. And really, something. It was like after 1st of January. Then we decided that she will also join, and I said I will not tell anything. You do it alone, and let us give him a surprise. So it's one more dream come true for me, surprising you like this.
Sarfraz, why he said why Sarfraz is saying that he one more. I remember when he cleared PMP, and he cleared all. He is the first PMP of 2025 for everyone. He is the first PMP of 2025 who cleared on 1st of January, but he did not share it with me. So we had a coaching call. Kirti shared her success journey. We started the coaching call in that way, and he was messaging question or replying question wrong out of nowhere. I messaged him, what are you doing? Right, sir, Faz, what are you doing? You should be good prepared. Then he said, sir, I have a surprise for you and I want to share with you. I said, what is that? And he said, sir, I am the first PMP. And he showed me, I said, yes, you are first PMP. And I feel so proud now that both of you I did when I come. I will come in November in Dubai. So dinner on me, guys. So we will have to have our dinner with you, and
Sure,
we'll
sure.
thank you very much, Sarfraz. And now, both of you, anything for the couples who are preparing. Now, I would say you guys are power couple, right? He did it. He took his time. She joined. She cleared in a fast pace. So, what would both of you advise to the people who are preparing, who are doing it, how they should do? Both of you. Yes, Sarfraz, first you.
So it is basically they can take one at a time, husband or wife, whoever is finding time,
Hmm,
can first take up, especially the customized channel,
hmm,
uh, whether they are, what we need to know from, as student, whether some students like to read books, or some students like to read, like to listen to videos.
hmm,
So when you come to know about this, you will provide those things like you provided with the PMP. And what is the most important thing I want to tell is, since you are in US, I request people who are in US who can meet you or you can meet them. It will really motivate them, like it is a co-location, and that made me clear PMP more than that thing. It was a dream I was holding in my eyes that I should surprise him in the class.
hmm.
So meet him, try to meet the mentor, or I treat you as my teacher, and it is the most thing important thing. So if one can take at a time in couple, and if they can clear, it will have a confidence. Then the second one can follow, and this way they can also motivate other family members to go ahead and achieve.
Yeah. What would you say, Aisha? How to work into that way, having a sportive husband, and how would you put into the context how working moms, and I know his schedule, and how you guys like both working, both things like that. Like yesterday, me and Trimji had a discussion. I said, why Aisha is still doing mock number 6? He said, sir, she still went to office yesterday, right? She did not take off. I said, now it's let's not put it, let's change the roadmap and do it into that way, right? So what would you say? And I have a comment from Jamie is saying a PMP couple, congratulations. So thank you very much, Jamie, for that. So yeah, so what would you say, Aisha, how people should prepare, how they should, like in both ways? First, how they should support their husband, how husband should support them, and worked into that, how you would put into that context.
I think it is very important. So as he said, rightly said, we were trying to do it parallelly, but we couldn't do it. That's where that was the first reason that I didn't want to join you at the
Mm,
same time when he was doing it. Else it would have been very challenging. Though I was preparing parallelly, but I couldn't give all the 100%. So once when he was done and all, I knew that someone will be able to share the burden.
mm,
And then as you always tell, delegate. So this time what I did, it was too much on me, I couldn't take it. So especially for working mothers, I would say, even if you can get an hours of extra help, even from the cooking chores, you can hire someone, do it, because this is something that will help us, that 1 hour of burden, because we can't keep ordering every now and then. It doesn't digest us. So we have to cook, we have to support our families. And that I had someone who used to come for 1 hour for just chopping, cutting and all. But that helped me a lot, because then I used, after the whole day that I'm tired with work, I come home and then I have all this stuff to cook, and then I have to study for PMP. It wasn't happening. So when I started getting this 1 hour help, though it was not a completed, but I used to get that extra energy boost. So
mm,
along with the lady, I used to finish it within 1.5 hour, and then I had my dedicated time that Amer sir or Trimsy used to tell me to, spend hours on PMP. So he used to come around 10, 10, 15 the whole month, and I was like, "Khalas, I'm not going to clear my PMP till Ramadan,"
mm.
because he became very, very busy this month. So it was very challenging. And then, Alhamdulillah, Allah give barakah, but we can't do everything. We are not super people. We need some support, and delegation is must.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. And just to ask you, did you use the mind map he had? He had a big poster mind map. Like I was just looking at his success journey. So if I am able to get that when we recorded his success journey, and interestingly, his success journey was also at the end of the question answer session. Yeah, that mind map, the behind that.
It's always in a bedroom. So walking, talking, and all I used to see, but I always prefer my own notes.
Yeah,
So though
you always prefer. So that was a great surprise. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Sarfraz. Now both of you need to help other people, because now not only Aisha as a work as a mom, you see just the context as a mom, as a working mom, okay, someone who is living outside her country, right? Just to give a context to your story, mom, working mom, someone who has a challenging schedule, who lives outside of the country, and then husband is also working with a tough schedule, and husband is certified. So you have a different dynamics, both of you. So uh, your team members will be reaching you out, they will be working. So I
100%.
hope you both of you can guide them. Thank you very much, Sarfraz, for such a beautiful surprise. I would never have been more happier than what you did it for me. Thank you very much, I loved it. And let's keep moving forward. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Sarfraz. And best of
Thank
luck. See you when I come
Thank
to
you so
Dubai.
much.
Thank you.
you.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
So everyone, if they can do it with all the challenges, why can't you? Just that is a simple question. Register today, and I make sure in next 2 months you are PMP. My batch 3 registration is officially open right now. After talking to you guys, I'm opening my registration for batch 3. I was gonna open it on Monday, but I'm opening it right now. So join now and let's make you PMP. Thank you guys, and bye bye to everybody.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amer Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
and
trembling.
I got my results and I was above target in all three categories.
Wow.
So